Hey, you're back. News of the week. Got Milton here with us again. We'll see who the first cat to find its way through the closet is. Went to University of Maryland yesterday. Got some women's soccer. Ended up being a really good game. It was actually a pretty close game the whole way through. But Michigan got out to a 4-0 lead, which, I was going to say when it hit 2 goals, it felt like a really tough lead, and then I got the 4. But then the comeback began. I'm like, all right, well, we scored a goal. Then we scored a second, like right away. I was like, oh. And then we got a third. So ended up being a lot more exciting. That's as far as it got. There wasn't a ton of time left when we got the third. Michigan was able to stall out, but still made for a good game. I don't know about my plans for next week because most of us heading out of town again, so probably won't be able to do a ton. I'm thinking about going to the Gardens tonight. It's Maryland women, I believe. I think it's Maryland men tomorrow, if I can do that one. But the thing I'm really excited about is tomorrow. Oof. Okay, we weren't done. Is Colgate football, who I've not followed at all this year. I think they're around 500. But they are playing at Georgetown tomorrow. So we're going to do that. I think we'll take a train in, which means like a 2-mile walk from the Red Line station to Georgetown, which is fine. Except looks like it's also going to be a No Kings Day. So who knows what the train ride will be like or what it'll be like in D.C. This in D.C. Dirty Turks, Maryland baseball is playing across the river, I assume, in Virginia. But at the same time, would have been nice to see that. It's not going to work out that way. There'll be a couple of home games or their inter-squad scrimmage World Series in November. I'm trying to get to at least one of those. All right, so we've got some Ravens. This looks like Contours, Lamar. It's not loaded up or anything, but it looks special. Base cards we've already seen. This is one of those Pandoras. And then our top loaders. We'll do those together. So I'm excited to see Colgate versus Georgetown tomorrow. I think Sunday there's Power FC, which I do have tickets for. Or not this game, but I have like a flex pack, which I've not used yet. So I've been doing College Park and UMBC, another Pandora. And last one, Devontae Walker, Pulsar, numbered to 200. I'm thinking I haven't gone to a card show in a while, either to sell or to. Oh, I should do that. We've got some NBA Finest. I think this was a specific team. I think it was just whoever I could get that was kind of cool. Although I don't love this year's Finest. because of how thick the border is. Can't quite put my finger on it, but it doesn't feel like a baseball card. It feels more like a poster or something. I don't know. Vince Carter. So this was just wherever I could get, whether it was Wizards or players I knew. There is a Caps game tonight in DC. I was checking SeatGeek. The problem is, like, a really high up, like, center ice seat was like $70. You could get way high up and in the corners for maybe like 50. Die cut. But at that point, it's like, well, what's the point? So you're spending 50 to sit a not great seat. And of course, if you want an even halfway decent seat, you're easily looking over $100, which I just assume not do. Now we've got our top letters. There's a Ray Allen. Tape off of that. Non-numbered, but blue background. All right, same time it. Check. That's a nice looking card. Jordan Poole. They call this the X Factor. It is Dennis Rodman. Might be back in. All right, yes, we are. All right, we're still on NBA Finest. Centurions, Ray Allen. So I'm liking these inserts a little bit more. And the last one, Chris Middleton, 25. I know they're doing like a golden themed jersey this year. Oh, I remember what I was trying to talk about last week that I got sidetracked during. It was Locked In Podcasts. So I'm listening to, all right, they're like half an hour. My ride in to work is about an hour. So I can listen to 2 on my way into work and 2 on my way home. So I've been keeping up with the Orioles a little bit, and the Caps, and the Wizards. And the Caps one is just kind of rough. The guy tries real hard. He's obviously prepared. He's a good fan. It's just tough to listen to. Besides that, it's tough to actually follow the Caps because I don't really want to go into DC all the time. It's expensive. With all that, it's not so easy to get them. We do have a bunch of Caps here. So I do have ESPN Plus. My wife keeps going to Nashville, and I've listened to some of the Predators games, and I can actually watch the Predators with the streamers I have. Every time the Caps are on ESPN Plus, they say, sorry, you can't watch this, which is super annoying. Well, I can watch the Predators. So, even though I've never been to Memphis, I might start following the Preds. Since I go to just as many Predators games as I do. These are old. We've seen this all already. I go in person to just as many Preds games as I do Caps games, which is 0. But I can actually watch them on TV. Easier. Cheaper. I can follow their social media, whatever. But I've also kind of got enough hockey around here between all the college teams. So I could just do that. Oh, and the Bears. But there is a couple top loaders in this one, so we're saving this one for last. Number decks look nice. There's just not a ton of variety or hits. So it's another one of those. Doesn't make a ton of sense to get more than one break of, because once you've seen it, you've kind of seen it. All right. So it's a bang for your puck, but it's red. Numbers to 99. And last one, it's a UD canvas of Tom Wilson, which is a neat little textured card. So I do listen to Locked On Wizards. It's one of my favorite Locked Ons to listen to. All right, let's do a Logo Fractor O's. Randomly, I thought about going to the ballpark next weekend where they're doing this like pick your seat night, because I have never found like my perfect seat at Oriole Park. I have no intention of, well, they have like the $750 plan, which always was a maybe, but with the cut perks, I'm not as cool with it. And I was looking into like their mini game packs, because that would be interesting, because that's what I try to do anyway, is try to get to like every homestand at least once when I was doing it. It's a Logo Fractor. But I was looking it up, and they had all sorts of like decent deals on oh, you can trade, you can do this, you can do that. We have to buy 2 tickets, and I'm one person. I'm not going to be able to convince any family to go with me to the Orioles 20 times. And all right, this looks like more Logo Fractor. So I'm not going to be able to convince people to go with me to the O's 20 times, not from here. I don't live close to the O's. I live in Baltimore. I work in Baltimore, live here. So going home, grabbing people and going to the O's is not a possibility. The whole benefit, taters, is I can leave work, go to the O's, and then come home when the game's over. That's what I want to do. I can't do that with 2 people. So the ticket plan is out the door, which puts me back at the $750 Birdland membership. am on the air.
These are card people.
Yeah, these are all the card peoples.
Tell them I said hi, yeah?
Yeah, well, you can tell them yourself. It's Blake Snell.
How many card fans am I talking to?
Currently 0, but in the reruns, you never know how many will show up.
Oh, all those people who so missed the live one that they want to watch the rerun?
Yeah.
The bots, I mean, they're called bots.
Well, sometimes 2 or 3 of them watch us on a replay.
Bots from Russia.
Buy some cards. You could sing for us. Where's here? So with the 750 plan, you get a very small discount now on concessions and tickets. It almost doesn't make sense to do it. And then there's no point in picking your seat because it's not a reserve seat. And at that point, given my situation of working in Baltimore, I'm better off just going with the secondary market. And if there's a last minute great deal, then we go to a game. I honestly couldn't tell you who's in the baseball playoffs right now. Looks like I got some Yankees. So I believe with this one, there's a player break. I was just getting who I could get. So there's a Jacob deGrom logo fractor. Lawrence Butler. Lars. Mackenzie Gore. I'm not saying I won't ever end up with the Orioles again, but I enjoyed Frederick. Frederick's going to be draft league. Or not draft league. Frederick's going to be single A. Bieber. I've got one top loader, which looks like it's a Tyler O'Neill Aqua to 199. But let's wrap up with some Wizards, some Revolution. I said tonight, probably Ice House. Maybe not. We'll see. Definitely want to go into DC tomorrow morning. Possibly Ice House again tonight. All right, what do we got? I don't know if this is just bonus because no, it's bonus. All right. Revolution Mega Case. Washington Wizards. I'm bummed that Panini lost the WWE license because Panini was really good WWE cards. I'm not enjoying the tops as much. Even though I don't really follow WWE. I always have a good mix of people I do follow and people I don't. Well, so I mean like older people. Sean George. Bub. Hey, Bub. It's Bub. Hi.
Hi.
Alexar. I'm not named a team of the month yet. There's usually one team that captures my interest more than any other team that particular month. And it really hasn't been for October. What do we got? Hardwood Legacy, Alex Sarr. Interesting. Two more. Well, Vortex, Sarr. I wonder if getting screwed in the draft will actually make the Wizards cheaper in breaks. I think Trey Johnson will, thank you, buddy, prove himself to be a top rookie. But they don't have the big stars. Bilal is going to be a third year. Sarr will be a second year. So I guess it comes down to Trey Johnson. If he really takes off and proves himself as a top rookie, I guess, then they'll be more expensive. If not, then Wizards might become even cheaper to get in breaks. They haven't been terribly cheap the last 2 years because of Bilal and Sarr. All right, last one. It is Sarr. New Wave. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week. I'll probably be online on Sunday, and we'll see where the afternoon and evening takes us, but we'll probably head over to the Ice House at some point. See you guys.